everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches come their way. It's Jay Ajayi's Eagles going up against Jordan Howard's Bears. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Cody Parkey now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Offense trotting onto the field for the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. At some point at this quarterback position, Charles, obviously they'll look forward to 2018, hoping to get Wentz back fully healthy, but Nick Foles did good in his absence.
Boy, did he ever, and he made it a discussion point about who should be the starter for the Philadelphia Eagles in 2018. And I'm just going to tell you right now, despite what Nick Foles did, Carson Wentz, when healthy, takes over that job again. He would have been probably the MVP of the league if he hadn't gotten hurt late in the 2017 season.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 54 yards.
Well, it's easy to make a case that Alshon Jeffrey loves to run the post pattern. And the guy throwing the ball to him loves him running it. Right in his sight lines, great catch radius. You can stick the ball up there, and he can go out and get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Chicago Bears offense, here they come onto the field, and there's Mitchell Trubisky, who you figure is their quarterback of the future. Last year, though, dead last in the league, just 175 passing yards a game.
And they know that that's not going to cut it, so they had to make a change in the head coaching position. They've done that. He's going to bring in a new regime that fits the talents of Mitchell Trubisky. A lot of the things he did in college, his ability to use his legs as well, they're going to meet him halfway and then expand his knowledge about the NFL as they move along.
All right, here we go. Watching that, Marty. Gone. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. For Jordan Howard, Charles, last year in 2017, not quite as good as the great rookie year he had in 2016.
And a big part of that, very simply, there weren't any playmakers around him to keep defenses back and keep things stretched. He was running into 8- and 9-man boxes on almost every carry. So I thought he had a tremendous year. Number 6 in the league in rushing after being number 2 a season before.
The offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3:19.
Play clock winding down.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
And the play clock's running down. They go with Howard again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Second down following the run.
Let's go. Blue 90.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Here are the starters on defense for the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles.
How about a quick look back at 2017 and how they got to the Super Bowl? The defensive side contributed greatly. Fletcher Cox at defensive tackle, Malcolm Jenkins at safety, Brandon Graham defensive end. They were established guys, but they picked up Chris Long last year in free agency. How about Jalen Mills emerging at cornerback, traded for Ronald Darby, and Nigel Bradham stepped in when Jordan Hicks got hurt and really did a bang-up job in the middle.
Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Time running out here on the play clock. On third down, Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
No, check, Patriots.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Play clock winding down. Now it's Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 5 yards there, and remember Howard last year, 5.2 yards per rush, so right around his average. The only Bears running back that's averaged that many yards per carry in a single season, Walter Payton.
And if Jordan Howard can keep up that type of pace, the city of Chicago will surely embrace him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Trubisky will throw. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they're not going to get a playoff here as time will expire on this first quarter. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
This is Howard on second down. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Timmy Jernigan busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off.
Pass interference. Offense.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower. Bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He had to go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Foles. And Matthews has it right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now Foles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Foles throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Back to throw. A dump off to Sproles. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll begin the drive with Howard. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Six yards to go here on second down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Now Trubisky to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, Trubisky steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Sproles. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 22-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated in the final.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
the gun. They'll look to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. 23 yards on the play.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, guys. We'll get back to you soon for the second half of this tied ball game. But first, let's look back now at this first half of play. Both the Bears and the Eagles have not had the best success throwing the football. It's a passing league, but these defenses have mostly been able to contain that today. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, Jeffrey's able to get open here, and he'll be tackled at the 21-yard line. Eagles still on the field. Stiff arm here on the run, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. Now 3rd and 8. Here's Robinson on the quick pass. And he goes in for the touchdown to cap the drive, as that'll tie the score at 7-all. 1st and 10. Defense will win the battle and get the sack. This will go for a loss of 8. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
This is taken at the 3. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Time running out here on the play clock. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mike Bennett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Play clock winding down.
Here we go.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Hard throw, incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Sproles, the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's Nick Foles as he heads back out to work. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Looking to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. The play clock's running down. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down for a fourth time today, and this time the result is a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Offense.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
We've got a 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw here. He finds Matthews. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
They'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. But winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Now let's go. Blue landed.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Leopard. Here we go now. Over.
Time running out here on the play clock.
Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And some space here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, 60 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2?
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They're going to try and run the option right, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete.
for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. They'll set up to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. And once again, they go with Sproles. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it with Sproles. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll look to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.